Builder.com. First choice pools for installs, renovation, remodeling, and repair. Get started today at TucsonPoolBuilder.com. Ask about our 60-day pool. To be summer ready, First Choice is the only choice.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Davis for the Wildcats. Outlet to Bradley. He'll throw it down to Pete. Pete the defense. Slam it home.
Run down the floor. Auburn gave up 29 fast break points to Michigan. They are susceptible in transition.
Slides back out high. Chased by Pettiford. Over Karchinkov for three. Bang! Ivan Karchinkov.
He's a gamer. This guy is so competitive. Ivan Karchinkov, a difference maker on both ends.
Adams pressuring in backcourt. Karchinkov to inbound the ball. The Burry's double teamed in the corner now, trying to squeeze through, and he does. Gets out of trouble. Now Burry's on the run the other way. All the way to the bucket. Laid up and good.
Outstanding job of Tobe Awaka shielding the big man who couldn't come over to rim protect.
And Tommy Lloyd says that's it. Wildcats will run out the clock, run their record to 8-0. They beat Auburn tonight here at McHale Center. Final score, Arizona 97, Auburn 66. Another week before game, another game against Alabama in Birmingham a week from tonight.
And that game in Birmingham, Alabama, will now feature the number one team in the country, your Arizona Wildcats. No surprise there. U of A, when the AP poll released today, is the top college basketball team in Division I basketball. So Saturday, it will be number 1 versus number 12 in Birmingham, Alabama. DK on the Sports Tip, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. The voting went like this: 33 first place votes for your Arizona Wildcats in the AP poll. Michigan got 19 first place votes. Duke 7. Iowa State, who knocked Purdue off the top perch, and got 1 first place vote. So those are your top 4 teams: Arizona, Michigan, Duke, Iowa State, followed by UConn, who Arizona beat on the road this season. Purdue drops to number 6. Houston, who is on the schedule coming up in Big 12 play. Gonzaga, Michigan State, and, of course, BYU also on the schedule coming up in Big 12 play. The top 4 teams are all undefeated. The next 6 all have 1 loss. Now, over in the coaches poll, however, Michigan is the number 1 team in the country. The Michigan Wolverines, 17 first place votes. Now, Michigan was number 2 last week in the coaches poll, so they go up to number 1 from number 2. Arizona was number 3. The Wildcats are now number 2 in the coaches poll. Duke is third there, and then Iowa State 4. So just flip the 2 teams at the top, depending on whether you're looking at the AP poll or whether you're looking at the coaches poll. Again, the coaches poll, 17 coaches gave Michigan first place votes. 11 gave Arizona first place votes. 2 for Duke, 1 for Iowa State. And I'm sure that's largely because Michigan once again beat a team by 40 points. And it was not a doormat team. They've had a number of wins where I think they've beaten, 3 teams this year by 40 points, and another team, Auburn, who the Wildcats just dispatched by 29. Michigan beat them by 30 points. So they've been beating up like major schools. It's not like they're beating up on Utah Tech and whoever else we played, Norfolk State. They're not beating up on those teams by 40 points. Okay, they've hung 40 on a number of really good teams. San Diego State, ranked Auburn, ranked Gonzaga. I don't know how good Rutgers is, but that's a Power 4 Big Ten conference team, and they hung 40 on them over the weekend. We'll see what happens. They play Villanova tomorrow, so they'll get a good test there against a team that's won 2 national championships in this decade, in this century as well, coming up on Tuesday night. 520-848-1290. How do you feel about that? Your Wildcats are the number 1 team in the country. I am joined today by David Dragon Ball Amata. Again, we are not streaming the show video-wise again today. We are still dealing with our technical issues on the video side, still trying to get those ironed out. But we'll record the show. I think we are able to record today, which we were not able to do that on Saturday night. So we can record the show and put it up later on video. Dragon Ball David Amata, your thoughts on Arizona being, in terms of the media, not the coaches maybe so much, but the media, the number 1 team in the country?
Well, kind of wondered how long it was going to eventually take before the media poll was going to go ahead and say that the Wildcats were going to be number 1. If anything, again, you look at these games early on in the season, they're going to always be very favorable towards teams that win in ranked contests. When you open up with as many ranked wins as the U of A has, they were definitely going to be in the conversation for it. Now, granted, like you said, Michigan has had a stellar start to the season as well. But with the coaches poll and the AP poll being different, isn't that just what it always is? Like, the coaches feel like they have to be contrarian to the press, in that, we know the game better than the press does. So we're going to pick a different number 1 team. That has always been the case as far as I remember, going back from the Associated versus the coaches poll. It's always been that way. But hey, better late than never. Number 1 overall in the country for the week. They got a big game against Alabama to go and make sure they stay at that position here, and they got to probably do it in more of convincing fashion if they want to hope to stave off those Michigan fans that want to put the Wolverines at number 1 over them.
All right, what was your top takeaway, Dragon Ball, from the win over Auburn on Saturday night?
It definitely is a situation where the defense for Tommy Lloyd showed out, in that it is definitely a defense that can allow for one person to really be a dominant scorer. Again, Pettiford was just on one in that contest against them this past Saturday, but they managed to shut everybody else out from the scoring table. I mean, it was just Pettiford and maybe a couple of guys here and there that would get a couple of shots every once in a while. I mean, only one other player from Auburn managed to get into double digits, and that would be Keyshawn Hall. If you can do that consistently to major programs and major classes that you have around the country, you're going to win a lot of games. That being said, seeing Pettiford go off for 30, definitely know Tommy was hoping to have a little bit less of an impact for him in that final score sheet.
All right, my top takeaway was one, Ivan Karchinkov. He's fine. He was fine. He was fine, all right. For sure. Came very close to a triple-double, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists in the ball game. He took over that game in the second half in a 1-minute stretch where he made 2 unbelievable defensive plays. I'm going to play you some of this, of what he did. So make sure I'm hot over here.
I got you.
On my side, David. I'm going to play some of what he did in the second half of that ball game. In a 1-minute stretch, it started with this play right here to get a dunk for Koa Pete.
Back to Karchinkov, matched on Overton, fired down low, Pete open, and slam it home.
High basketball IQ from Ivan Karchinkov against the matchup zone. He found an open space and a great dime.
All right, so he did that. I think the Wildcats at the time were up 19 points. So they got that basket to go with 21. Then he goes back to the other end of the floor and gets a poke out. So he gets a poke out on defense, and that leads to another bucket for Koa Pete on a fast break layup. So the Wildcats now up 21 points. Then they go back down again. The Auburn Tigers try to go back down quickly, and he gets another turnover at the defensive end of the floor. Another takeaway for Arizona. At the defensive end of the floor, they would come down and he would get this.
Slides back out high, chased by Pettiford over Karchinkov for three. Bang! Ivan Karchinkov.
He's a gamer. This guy is so competitive. Ivan Karchinkov, a difference maker on both ends.
I think Rhino is as impressed with him as I was. That all happened in 1 minute. An assist, a really beautiful assist, 2 defensive stops, and a 3-point shot to turn a 19-point game into a 26-point game and basically end any hope that the Auburn Tigers had of coming back. I mean, in 1 minute, that's what you got from Ivan Karchinkov on Saturday night. I mean, it was beautiful.
Yeah, no, you need a guy that's going to be able to do a little bit of everything on the court: assists, steals, blockouts, rebounding. I mean, this is what they needed. They needed another one of those multi-talented players on the court, and he's fitting this team like a glove. And he has done such a great job of doing that, buying into the system and not forcing himself, just playing within the rhythm of the game, both on offense and defense.
All right, again, so our Monday nights here for the most part in December until we get to the end when we've got some UVA basketball on the second half of the month, side of the month, are going to be very short because we've got Panther Talk coming up before you at 4:05. We got Monday Night Football pregame show starting at 5. So we are only with you for 1 hour, just 1 hour last week on Monday, 1 hour this week on Monday, 1 hour next week on Monday. So the Mondays are going to be real short here. We're kind of in the middle stretch of that. Now, the difference between this week and last week is this week we'll have full shows for you the rest of the week. We took the week off from shows last week, but we're back with full shows this week. We'll be out at Showtime Cards on Wednesday night. So plenty of time to talk about everything coming up really tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Let's get our first break in. We got a lot to pack into this 1 hour. DK on the Sports Tip. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Are you still scrambling for the perfect gift? Aura Frames has you covered. So easy it looks like you planned it all along. Preload photos and add a meaningful message before your Aura Frame even ships. And the best part, you can share photos and video straight from your phone all year long. You can't wrap togetherness, but you can frame it. And for a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver Mat frames by using the promo code ROAM and support us by mentioning the Jim Rome Show at checkout. Terms and conditions do apply.
O'Reilly. Protect your vehicle's engine with Syntec and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Syntec Premium Full Synthetic Motor Oil is formulated for today's engines. Right now, get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select Oil Filter for just $32.99. Limit supply. See store for details. Choose Syntec exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/play.
The holiday season is about family and friends, co-workers, parties, and gifts that we send. So saving big money is important to all. Up to 40% if you make the right call at Tobacco Barn. This holiday season, remember, you can save up to 40% on all your favorite tobacco products at Tobacco Barn. Plus, up to $20 in city and state sales tax because they're on the reservation. And save up to $3 with a coupon at TobaccoBarnTucson.com. Hey, even Santa likes saving big money at Tobacco Barn.
Miss Claus loves it here.
So save up to 40% on your favorite tobacco products. Save up to $20 in state sales tax. Pay no city sales tax. And save up to $3 with a coupon at TobaccoBarnTucson.com. Saving this much money, even Santa's elves have been spotted shopping at Tobacco Barn.
What is going on wine here.
Happy holidays from Tobacco Barn, Nogales Highway, just south of Valencia.
Hey, man. Yeah, it's me, your furnace, man. Hey, can I get a light here, man? I know we live in Arizona, so I understand I'm not, like as cool as your air conditioner. But I still need a tune-up at least once a year, man. So get the best in town, man. Goodfellas AC, bro. Hey, anybody smell that, man? I swear it wasn't me. Okay, it was me.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
Well, it's that time of year. You dress the kids up for the holiday parties, and they hate it. You dress everybody up for the annual holiday card picture, and, well, everybody hates that. You even dress the turkey, and we're pretty sure he's not happy about that. This year, dress up your yard in time for the holidays. Call Dorado Rock and Materials, and we promise there will be no complaints. Make your yard beautiful and worry-free with their personal service and convenient delivery times. Dorado Rock and Materials. The right service, the right product, the right price.
Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options, an easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
From the Auto Nation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, this is your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic. Irvington and Country Club in Irvington with a reported collision. Road work on Grant east of Country Club to Swan Road. You could use FEMA instead. 46, the overnight low, 74 and sunny tomorrow and 71 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you. Fall for a brooding duke, dive into a steamy romantasy series from Sarah J. Maas, or find the perfect rom-com from Lily Chu. Start listening free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Fafita takes the snap out of the shotgun, looking, firing, caught. Touchdown, Arizona. Cam Barmore into the end zone.
That's a beautiful job, Noah Fafita. Looking the defender off to the left, turning to his right, and throwing a laser to Cam Barmore in the end zone. It was just a beautiful route by Barmore as well. He did almost what they call like a whip route. He turned the inside and got open in the end zone.
Arizona Wildcats heading to San Diego for the bowl season. What is a suddenly collapsing bowl season? We'll get into that maybe. I don't have time to get into all that today, but we might talk about that tomorrow. It took a while. I mean, I'm sitting up here. I looked up. I had a bunch of stuff happening yesterday. I look up at my watch, and I'm seeing at 2 o'clock, and we still don't know what bowl game we're going to, or at least we don't know. We know what bowl game we're going to. We just don't know who the opponent is going to be in that bowl game. I think it took to almost 3 o'clock yesterday before the Wildcats found out who their opponent in the Holiday Bowl was going to be. And it is the SMU Mustangs. So another Texas team. We don't play enough Texas teams. We've got another one now to deal with on January 2nd. That is the last of the bowl games. I guess they've moved that game back. It used to be right after Christmas or like around that 28th, 29th range. Now they've moved it back to the 2nd of January. So it'll be 2026 when the Arizona Wildcats take the field again to play some football.
Well,
but it's set.
We had to go ahead and include the Pop-Tart Bowl and the Keebler Elves Cookie Bowl and all these other ones. You know, we have to add all these new bowl games that we have to have in there.
It's crazy, and obviously the big news yesterday were the opt-outs, not players opting out, but now we've got entire teams opting out of the bowl process, and it actually started with the Big 12 because Iowa State and Kansas State decided they were not going to play in bowl games, despite being bowl eligible. And Kansas State has, Iowa State has 8 wins on the season. So, but both of those teams are going through coaching changes. And see, this is what happens now in this era where we are in the transfer portal. You're gonna have players that are gonna opt out. Now we don't know who, if any of those players, the Arizona Wildcats players, yet are going to do that. And we may see that guys that are expected to be drafted pretty highly or drafted at all may decide that they don't want to risk that, don't want to take another opportunity to go out there and risk injury, so they'll not play. I mean, I know they're talking about some of the Mekhi Lemon for USC. They're one of the best receivers in the country, is not expected to play in USC's bowl game coming up. So you're going to see that, and we had seen that. But now you've got these teams that are going through these coaching transitions, just saying, well, we don't have a coach. 2, we don't know how many players or numbers of players are going to opt out, or they're already in the transfer portal because of all that. So it doesn't make sense, or at least they don't think it makes sense, for them to put a team out there and play in a bowl game. And that was the case for at least Iowa State and Kansas State, the 2 teams of the Big 12 who are going through coaching transitions right now. Notre Dame, that's a whole other story. That's a whole other story about their decision not to play because they got booted from the college football playoff, which is an absolute. This playoff is an absolute effing joke. It's an. I mean, y'all know how I feel about. I was anti BCS college football playoff for all those years. There was only one thing I ever asked for. The only thing I've ever asked for from college football is to give me a playoff where all the conference champions can compete. That's all I've ever asked for, and I still don't have it. You know, you can say what you want about Duke, but under the rules, they were the champions from the ACC. They are the team that should be in, and not Miami. Miami did not win the ACC. They lost 2 games. They were in a 5-way tie for second place with other teams, and they lost all the tiebreakers. That's nobody's fault but theirs. Nobody's fault but theirs. They should have finished as 7-2. Or 7-1, and been in the game against Virginia, but they didn't. Okay, so why are they in? Because they're 10-2 overall? No, they're not the champion of the conference. That's all I ask is for conference champions to have a chance to be in the playoff. That's it. And why do we have 2? Look, I got no problem with one group of 5, but why do we have 2? 2 group of 5 teams? James Madison and Tulane? I mean, no offense, but come on.
Highest ranked conference winners. That's the only reason.
Oh, my God.
That being said, that Miami-Texas A&M game, that might as well be the We're Not Notre Dame Bowl. We beat Notre Dame Bowl. That's what that game is.
Yeah.
But, man, there's so many sour grapes and hurt feelings over this playoff bracket this year, and part of me loves it for the sake of the drama. Another part of it is just, we got away from the computers for this exact reason. Why are we still doing this to ourselves, man? Why? Why are we still here?
Why? Exactly. Thank you, Nancy Kerrigan. Why? Jesus. Can we just not? It's not that hard. It's not. It's not that hard. And I really was wanting to really love this process. Well, first of all, they took away and went to a seeding process this year. I didn't like that because, again, I think you win your conference, you deserve to get the buys. To me, that's what I don't care. I don't care how strong one conference is to the other. You got to win your conference. Win your conference, you get a bye. It's simple as that. We don't have to muck this thing up. But somehow we got people in rooms who think they're smarter than everybody else mucking this thing up. And it's just, I mean, Gene Taylor, I don't know if you heard what Gene Taylor said last week when Chris Kleiman retired at Kansas State, but man, he was absolutely on it. Go back and listen to that. We have it up on I have it up on my Twitter page, David Kelly 1290. Him talking about where we are right now in college football. It's completely effed up, and because we got too many smart people that are dumb. Exactly.
The best problem to have. Too many smart people that are dumb.
Smart people that are dumb. That's what it is. So. Anyway, so now we got. Not only do we have teams opting out. We have 5 and 7 teams opting out. Who have a chance? Remember 2 years? We're just 3 years removed. Remember 3 years ago when we would have died for that 5 and 7 Jetfish team to get into a bowl to have an opportunity to go to a bowl game.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got 5 and 7 teams turning it down.
There was the recent one with Baylor, wasn't they? The recent one when it said they didn't want to do it.
I mean, really? It's crazy out there right now. It's absolutely crazy out there right now. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. So Arizona is going to San Diego. I won't even get into my rant about why Arizona's not going to Las Vegas. Maybe I'll save that for tomorrow. But I'll put it out there. I'll put it out there like this. That's your fault. That's your fault. If you're an Arizona Wildcat fan, that's your fault. And I'm not saying that San Diego, no disrespect to San Diego. It's a great location. But the reason why we're not going to Las Vegas is your fault. We'll get into that tomorrow or maybe Wednesday or whenever we decide to expound on that. DK on the Sports Tip. Dragon Ball is here today. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you can rely on, and fast, dependable delivery means your orders arrive on time and in good condition. Plus, if you ever need advice, their technical product specialists are ready to help you find answers. And because they know safety is non-negotiable, they're proud to be your trusted partner in protecting your people and your workplace. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
Whether you're gifting, decorating, or treating yourself, Lowe's December deal drops are here to help you save more all month long. Get up to 50% off select holiday decor. Plus, get up to 40% off select tools and accessories. Shop new December deal drops every week this month and get so much more out of your holidays. Lowe's, we help, you save. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Sponsored by Navy Federal Credit Union. As a credit union dedicated to serving all veterans, active duty, and their families, we know that during the holiday season, every little bit counts. That's why for a limited time, you can earn a $250 cash bonus when you spend $2,500 on the Cash Rewards and Cash Rewards Plus cards in the first 90 days. Give joy, get joy. Join now at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. Visit NavyFederal.org/cash rewards for details. Cashback terms and conditions to apply. Offer ends January 1st, 2026.
Is it just me, or has watching TV gotten way more complicated than it used to be? There are a million different services, lots of stuff you want to watch but can never find, and don't get me started on the bills. Well, thankfully there's Philo, a better way to TV. For as low as $33 a month, I get the channels I love. MTV, BET, Food Network, you name it. Plus everything that AMC Plus has to offer. And guess what? They've added access to HBO Max Basic with ads plan and Discovery Plus, so I can enjoy all the best TV with one subscription. The best part? There are no contracts, no surprise fees, and just one low price. And their DVR is awesome too. I can save everything I love on Philo for up to a year and skip the ads when I rewatch them. That's a total game changer. I signed up directly at philo.tv. That's PHILO.tv, so I could lock in the best price around. Philo's the easiest decision I've ever made. Now the hard one is trying to decide what to binge next.
Westwood One presents Today in Women's Sports. The defending champion UConn Huskies rolled to a 9-0 start with a blowout win over DePaul Sunday, but the real highlight came before tip-off. In a milestone moment, UConn retired the number 10 jersey of Hall of Famer Sue Bird, one of the most iconic figures in women's sports. When Bird arrived in 1998, the Huskies had just one national title. By the time she left, she had helped launch a dynasty. UConn went 114-4 with Bird in the lineup, winning 2 championships and redefining redefining the standard for excellence. Bird becomes only the third Husky to have her jersey forever in the rafters, joining Rebecca Lobo and Swin Cash, a fitting tribute to a legend of the game.
The further you get away from a career, I feel like the more you really can sit in it and realize how special and how much you achieved. And at the very same time, knowing that I was part of a generation that paved the way for younger players is really special.
With Today in Women's Sports, I'm Jody Jackson on Westwood One.
While retinitis pigmentosa takes Mark's vision, his family gives him hope, whether at the family business or at home with his wife and sons. He knows he's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases, providing hope to people with vision loss. And for Mark, winning the fight means being there for his family. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
At Straight Talk, we know the holidays are your time to say
yes.
So why put up with a wireless company that makes you say
out of data?
Or
no service here?
Switch to Straight Talk and say yes to real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network covered by Verizon. And with a free 5G phone when you activate select plans, someone else in your family can say yes! Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Based on RootMetrics State of 5G Report, United States 1H 2025. Experiences may vary. Not an endorsement of Verizon. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Get ready for The Rush with Max Crosby.
You already know what time it is.
All-pro defensive end Max Crosby takes you beyond the field with exclusive insights, real stories from inside the locker room.
You could literally see us like laughing, kind of chirping back and forth.
This is The Rush. Buckle up.
We talk about The Rush on The Rush all the time.
Don't miss the behind-the-scenes moments and interviews everyone's talking about.
We appreciate you guys. We're going to keep feeding you all the content.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Here we go.
The Tommy Lloyd Radio Show debuts Thursday, December 11th, live from Union Public House. Join us for great food and conversation as the coach answers your questions about Wildcat basketball.
All in all, I've been really happy. I think this team has a lot of defensive potential. But, the one thing with defense, you think you can just count on it, but you can't count on it without great effort. So, the foundation always has to be effort-based.
The Tommy Lloyd Radio Show debuts Thursday, December 11th from 6 to 7 at Union Public House and live on Wildcats Radio 1290.
PK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Speaking of the college football playoff, who would have thunk it, as I used to like to say? Who would have thunk it? Indiana, the number 1 seed?
This is a long third down. And Mendoza takes the snap, wants to throw it. Fires it down the field. It's for Elijah Surratt. He makes the catch. Touchdown! Elijah Surratt, 17-yard pick for a TD. And Indiana's back on top.
The Indiana Hoosiers beat the Ohio State Buckeyes to win the Big Ten championship game. But again, it didn't really matter. The game itself didn't really matter because both teams were going to the college football playoff regardless of what happened. That's the other problem with this whole thing. Again, they both deserve to be in. They are two of the best teams in the country. One is the champion, one is an at-large. I got no problem with that. It just, again, it takes some of the fun away from some of these championship games where you got teams playing. I mean, really, the only team that was playing for something, win or go home, was BYU. BYU absolutely had to win to get in against Texas Tech. And not only did they not win, but they didn't look good losing in that game. Texas Tech's a really good team. We could have the conversation. Maybe we'll have that later in the week about, the unfortunate, you hope to play all of the best teams in your conference. You're not going to do that when you have 16-team leagues. We did the numbers. You're going to miss two of the best teams in your conference every single year. It's happened the first 2 years that Arizona's been in the Big 12. They have not played two of the better teams. Unfortunately for Arizona this year, one of those teams was Texas Tech. I'd love to see this defense would have loved to have seen this defense against that Texas Tech offense. I don't know if I'd like to see this offense against Texas Tech's defense, but it would have been, again, you want to play the best team in your conference, and unfortunately Arizona did not have that opportunity this year. But you know what, Indiana winning on our BetMGM Network top plays, we had Indiana and 4.5 points. Woo-hoo.
There you go.
We had Indiana and 4.5 points, courtesy of our BetMGM Network top plays from last week. So we'll take, we'll take any victory that we can get. Let's see what we've got tonight from Monday Night Football.
I'm Denton Day from the BetMGM Network, here to help you beat the books. I'm taking Devontae Smith over 54.5 receiving yards tonight for the Eagles against the Chargers on Monday Night Football. Smith has been Hurts' favorite target this year, and he's gone over this number in 4 of his last 6 games. The Chargers have a top passing defense, but that's heavily influenced by them not playing offenses nearly as talented as Philadelphia. Take Devontae Smith over 54.5. Bet smarter, beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today. Please gamble responsibly.
All right, Devontae Smith, you like that play
his
right there?
His favorite target, that's his only target, man. If you look at the statistics recently, that's his only target.
You might be right. You might be right on that right there. He's had at least 7 plus targets in the last 7 games.
Yeah, no, I think that's an easy bet. The fact that they're even putting that on the line means that, that's such easy money. They don't want to run the risk of anybody missing out on that for their parlays. No, I'd take that in a heartbeat.
Detroit was the only team that held him down, at least recently. He had only 1 catch in that game for 8 yards. Of course, the Eagles did win that game 16-9. It was more of a defensive game, but he's had some big games, 11 for 89 against Dallas, at Dallas, that game that they lost where they were ahead 21-0. And he had 4 for 69 against Green Bay at Green Bay. And last time out against the Bears, another game they lost, 5 for 48. So right around there, 55.5 yards is the play. Devontae Smith, the over tonight for the Philadelphia Eagles. We also have, on the flip side of that, Amarion Hampton, an anytime touchdown for the Chargers tonight, because the Eagles absolutely stink in stopping the run. They allowed 281 yards to the Chicago Bears last week, and over the course of the last 3 games, they are 4th worst in run defense average in the National Football League, having allowed an average of 160 yards on the ground in the last 3 games, of which they have lost 2 of those 3 games. So Amarion Hampton, an anytime touchdown, is plus 185 if you want to jump on that as well. DK on the Sports Tip, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Cricket is here getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s with your traffic and your weather.
From the Auto Nation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, this is your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic. Irvington and Country Club in Irvington with a reported collision. Roadwork on Grant east of Country Club to Swan Road. You could use FEMA instead. 46, the overnight low, 74 and sunny tomorrow and 71 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Duke's Mayo. Duke's, it's got twang.
This is the Duke's Country Song. It's a song about the best mayo. It has a yellow lid, and its full name is Duke's Mayonnaise. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8695. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-8695. That's 800-575-8695. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
This is the story of the one.
As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/play.
708 million toys for children.
That's a lot of toys.
Tens of thousands handed out right here in our community.
Once again this year, we are collecting new unwrapped toys for Toys for Tots.
And for every toy you donate,
we'll donate another.
For every $1 you donate,
we'll match it.
Alaskan AC has partnered with the Marine Corps Toys for Tots.
Stop by our offices or hand your donation to a Jolly Polar Bear technician when they're in your home.
Alaskan AC will purchase an extra toy for each one donated.
Or match any dollars you donate.
And your donations stay right here in town, putting smiles on little faces who could be your neighbor.
Toys for Tots has been an American tradition since 1947.
An organization we're proud to support every year.
Because we believe every child should have a present on Christmas.
We'll donate a toy for everyone you donate.
And match cash donations dollar for dollar.
We want every child to have a Merry Christmas.
For our location or to schedule service, find us at AlaskanAC.com.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up with science.
You mean they don't use yesterday's newspaper?
No, they use the latest in technology and innovation to eliminate bugs, bees, termites, weeds, and more.
So no as seen on TV salt guns?
Nope, only solutions that target insect biology, using chemistry to help protect the environment, people, and their pets.
You are so smart.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up. Call 886-3029 or visit essentialpest.com.
It's basketball season, Wildcat fans, and tickets are on sale now. It's no secret the McHale Center is one of the most electric atmospheres in the country. And now is your chance to be part of the madness as Tommy Lloyd, Jaden Bradley, and the rest of the Wildcats compete for a Big 12 title. Get your tickets now by visiting ArizonaWildcats.com/MBK or call the McHale Center ticket office at 520-621-2287. That's 520-621-CATS.
Sponsored by Progressive. We make the claims process easy so you can get back on the road in no time. It's why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive. See for yourself at Progressive.com.
This is Andrew Bogish with a Sports Minute. Can I think Notre Dame got screwed by the CFP selection committee but not actually have sympathy for the Irish? That's kind of where I am today. Whether or not Notre Dame deserved a spot in the bracket's debatable, but no one deserves to get strung along like they did. And P.S., I would have thrown the same exact temper tantrum they did and said no to all bowl games as well. I'm Andrew Bogish.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
800-676-1090. 800-676-1090. 800-676-1090. That's 800-676-1090.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify.
Paid for by Airtime Media.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
On second down, Stafford sets, throws, caught, into the end zone. Nakua, touchdown.
Yeah, the Cardinals lost again. They're terrible. I mean, absolutely got their doors blown off yesterday by the Los Angeles Rams. 45-17 at the stadium, although the roof was open. I guess if you're looking for positives, it was a beautiful day for football, just not beautiful to watch the Cardinals, who are now 3-10 on the year. Matthew Stafford and the Rams bouncing back from their upset loss to Carolina the week before. He had 281 yards, 3 touchdown passes, 2 of those to Puka Nacua. Blake Corum had a huge run late in the game. I was watching some of it, and it just got ugly for that team down the stretch.
Quickly. Yeah. Very quickly.
Let's hear from the head coach, Jonathan Gannon, on all the explosive plays that the Rams got in winning 45-17.
I don't know. I mean, we didn't do a good job. The thing that stands out to me were the explosives on mixed downs, which going into the game, we talked about that. That's how they make their hay, and they made their hay today. We didn't even get it to third down, I think, in 2 or 3 drives. And like I said, give them credit. That's a good unit, but we got to play better than that.
Jacoby Brissett yesterday on finishing out this season.
That's just what it is. You know, I mean, it's like the old saying of like when you're trying to get into the gym, it's like the heaviest weight is the door. You know, and that's what it is right now. You know, and got to keep showing up, keep having the attitude to show up and get ourselves off the mat. I think we got the right guys in the locker room that's doing that. Obviously, it's hard. You know what I mean? It's not an easy task, and the only way to get through it is to get through it.
25 of 44 was Jacoby Brissett, 271 yards. He had a couple of touchdown passes. Well, both of those went to Michael Wilson. Michael Wilson just continues to put up unbelievable numbers. 11 catches for 142. What is he like the last few weeks? His numbers have just been three of the last 4 weeks. He has had double-digit receiving yards. 15. He was 15 for 185 and lost to the 49ers. Then he went 10 for 118 and lost to Jacksonville. And then this week, 16 for 142 in the loss to the Rams. So at least somebody's eating out there, and his name is Michael Wilson.
Oh, he's going to be looking at a pretty hefty pay raise in 2027 and once he gets to his unrestricted free agency. But we'll have to wait and see when that eventually comes around.
Next up will be a trip to see the Houston Texans, who won yesterday on Sunday Night Football. That was a really good game last night against the Chiefs. I mean, really good from the standpoint that was entertaining, but I like the Chiefs dropping all those passes last night. I mean, it was like I lost count at one point how many passes they dropped in the game. And then your guys, like, how the hell is that not a touchdown at the end of the game?
I have looked at it. I am trying to figure it out. I'll take the win. Don't get me wrong. But I think the issue is that it's the 2 steps down. You're in the end zone, but it's the 3rd step that is the quote-unquote football move. And I call this the Jesse James play, where Jesse James had both hands on the ball against the Patriots, reached across to go across the end line, and then in the process of reaching, lost the ball, supposedly, when the ball hit the ground, and that was enough to say it was an incomplete catch. I don't get it. We have played the game of football in a merged NFL, AFL standpoint for going close to almost 60 years. We still do not know what a catch is.
Yeah, that's absolutely nuts. Absolutely. I mean, how can you, if the point is breaking the plane, we quarterbacks jump over the pile, stick the ball over, and it breaks the plane to the goal line, and we've seen that ball get knocked out a number of times, and that's a touchdown, but a guy catches the ball and takes 2.5 steps, and that's not a touchdown?
Right there.
I don't.
You said 2.5. Where's that 3rd step? Where's that 3rd step,
I don't
DK?
understand it. I just don't understand how that was not a touchdown for the Baltimore Ravens.
Hey, I'll take the win, but even I'm at a loss for words on how that was ruled.
All right, Carolina Panthers had the week off. They get to go play the Saints, who somehow beat Tampa Bay yesterday. I don't know how that happened.
Man.
But we will have that game coming up for you this Saturday. We got Panther Talk coming up for you at 4:05. Let's give you a little preview of what's happening this week with your Carolina Panthers.
This Panther Update is brought to you by UNC Charlotte.
The rule of 2. I'm Anish Shroff with this Panthers Update.
Charlotte's momentum has a name.
UNC Charlotte, 32,000 students strong, ranked among the nation's top 75 public universities, recognized at the highest level for research, unmatched access to Fortune 500 companies, built for a top-tier city. This isn't typical higher ed. The difference is scale. The difference is momentum. The difference is Charlotte, UNC Charlotte.
The great Panther teams have always had a dynamic duo in the backfield. We've seen Stephen Davis and Deshaun Foster. We've seen Jonathan Stewart and D'Angelo Williams. The hope was Chuba Hubbard and Rico Dowdle would be an imposing pair this year. An early season calf injury limited Hubbard, but it opened the door for Dowdle's star turn. Now, with both healthy and both refreshed, it gives Dave Canales the tandem he envisioned for the stretch run.
Yeah, just trying to make sure that they both have an opportunity to impact the game in a positive way. And, the way that we were, trying to continue to do it is Chuba's been our primary third down back now for a couple weeks. He's excellent in protection. And then we do run the ball when it's third and whatever. And then, of course, just making sure that they're fresh, making sure that they're going out there and they don't have to think about saving anything in the tank. Just cut it all loose every single play. We'll roll you guys out there in and out. More opportunities to run the ball, get into your play actions, and open up the playbook.
The Panthers went into their bye week with the 6th most rushing yards in the NFL, and Rico Dowdle needs just 71 more rushing yards for 1,000 yards on the season. I'm Anish Shroff on the Carolina Panthers Radio Network.
This Panther Update has been brought to you by UNC Charlotte, built for a top-tier city. The difference is Charlotte, UNC Charlotte.
All right, we've got Panther Talk coming up for you at 4:05. So we're getting out of here once again early this Monday, early next Monday, and then but full shows the rest of the week, 3 to 6, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week. We'll be back out at Showtime Cards coming up on Wednesday. So join us for that, and we'll have Panther football for you coming up this Saturday. This Sunday, against the Saints with coverage beginning at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. on Sunday leading up. That's a 2:25 kickoff coming up this Sunday against the Saints. So right now the Panthers are tied for first place with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who again lost to the 2-10 Saints yesterday. So the Panthers and Bucs are both 7-6, and they still have 2 games left against each other coming up a week from this Sunday, and then the final Sunday or Saturday, because that game is in flex. So it could be played on a Saturday or Sunday, depending on when the NFL wants to do that. So there you have it. We'll have that game coming up for you on Sunday. All right, so that's going to wrap up our show from today. Don't forget, we've got also the Tommy Lloyd Show debuts this week. It's going to be on Thursday. Most of those shows will be on Thursday, although next week it's on a Wednesday. Because of the basketball schedule. But Tommy Lloyd this Thursday from the Union Public House, same time as the Brent Brennan Show, 6:05. So you'll have that coming up right after our show on Thursday. Arizona women's basketball plays an early game this week on a Wednesday morning at 11 a.m. So you'll have a chance to head out there. Becky Burke Show tomorrow night over on Freedom 1400 at 5:30, and then they'll play against, I believe, Chicago State is the team they will play on Wednesday morning at 11. They've lost 2 games in a row, so looking to get back on the winning side of that. Thanks to cricket, thanks to Dragon Ball, thanks to J.W. Madden off. That's going to wrap it up for us. My name is David Kelly. That's our time for tonight. Thank you very much for your time. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Enjoy NFL coverage next.
I'm Chris Rose with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. We start in the NFC North, where the Packers picked off Caleb Williams in the end zone with under 30 ticks left to seal a 7-point win over the Bears. In Baltimore, DK Metcalf caught 7 passes for $148 to help power the Steelers to a 27-22 win over the Ravens. Down in Duval, Daniel Jones suffered an Achilles injury early in the first quarter. Jags took over sole possession of first place in the AFC South after they tamed the Colts 36-19. In snowy Buffalo, Josh Allen and the Bills overcame a 10-point fourth-quarter deficit to beat the Bengals 39-34. Broncos won their 10th in a row, took over the top seed in the AFC after they topped the Raiders by a touchdown. And in Sunday Night Football, Patrick Mahomes threw 3 picks. The Chiefs are now 6-7 after they fall to the Texans 20-10. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/play.
This sports report is brought to you by Bet365. When it comes to sportsbooks, Bet365 has it all. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. 21 plus only. Must be located in Arizona.
From the Auto Nation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, this is Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together. Collisions reported 22nd and Alvernon and 22nd Street. Orange Grove and First Avenue, also collision at Irvington and Country Club. Backups on southbound Alvernon approaching Irvington. 46, the overnight low, 74, sunny tomorrow, and 71 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Rooter Ranger 24/7 Plumbing, Sewer, and Drains. For fast, affordable plumbing and emergency drain services, call Rooter Ranger and get out of plumbing danger. RooterRanger.com.
888-7-RANGER. Get you out of plumbing danger.
Hi, I'm Michael from the Warren Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5 milligram, 1 milligram, and 2 milligrams.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable Scent Boosters to give your laundry non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppable beads to your wash for 24-hour non-stop freshness so you can smell unstoppable.
Join David Kelly this Wednesday from 3 to 6 at Showtime Cards for Wild Card Wednesdays. Showtime Cards will have live box breaks happening right in the store. You never know what pulls might pop up. Whether you're into baseball, football, basketball, soccer, MMA, comics, Pokemon, Star Wars, or anything in between, Showtime Cards has something for every collector. Plus, we'll have your chance to win a tailgate package with a football-shaped grill and a Coleman cooler. Catch all the action this Wednesday, 3 to 6 at Showtime Cards.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Our Black Friday week of savings has been extended into December. Right now, every set of tires is on sale, and you can stack on manufacturer's rebates for even more savings, up to $180 more. We've also got popular maintenance services at up to 50% off to get you road trip ready for your holiday travel. And beyond the amazing low total tire prices, we'll include Jack's Plus Pack, a dozen tire-related services like touchless mounting, computerized balancing, new rubber stems, including the reset for tire pressure monitoring systems. Plus, you'll also get a lifetime of tire maintenance, rotations, rebalancing, and tire repairs. Jack's Plus Pack is a $249 value, and it's included with your new set of tires. We'll even throw in a free wheel alignment check if you want it. And it's all at the guaranteed lowest price. Get ready for holiday travel at any of Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care's 14 area locations. Call, stop by, or visit us online. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, since 1960, we're here to get you there.
The holiday season is about family.